I once read that basically everything we do in life is just a striving to feel better. And it's true, as humans, we want to feel good, and pleasure is a big part of our life because of this. But where is pleasure found in our life? The extent to which we find pleasure in our life depends on the person. So ask yourself, to what degree do you pursue pleasure in the beauty of nature, hobbies, sex, drugs, or food? And to what extent do you link sensory pleasures with happiness in your day-to-day life? To what extent are you on what is known as the hedonic treadmill, endlessly running after things that make you feel better without actually getting anywhere? Now, I have hedonistic tendencies, I always have done, and I must say I do not think that pleasure is entirely bad. It enables us to enjoy life. We came here to this planet with senses that help us to interact with the beauty of physical existence. And, in the spiritual plane, we don't experience physicality like we do here, I guess. And, in any case, the senses are a delightful part of this experience, and they enable us to touch the physical world and let its beauty really move us from within. I guess where we go wrong is it's to do with moderation, though, and a lack of moderation. Pleasure really pulls us into addiction, and over time we have become exposed to highly stimulating activities that lead to a high baseline of dopamine stimulation that makes us crave artificial stimuli fixes. So for more information on this, see my video titled How Overstimulation is Numbing You to Life. But basically, we have become numb to the pleasure that may be found in the simplest of things. So yes, our pursuit of pleasure, it can lead to addictions, and actually on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have something called anhedonia, which is a reduced ability to extract any pleasure from things. And, the fact that people actually suffer from anhedonia goes to show that life can be very colorless and empty without pleasure. The problem is, though, that we live in such a pleasure-seeking society these days that as a consequence, so many suffer from anhedonia and this kind of apathy of sorts where pleasure cannot be felt anymore. I often talk about the principle of polarity that can be seen throughout this universe, and it states that to what degree the pendulum swings in one direction of one particular polarity, the pendulum will swing to that degree on the opposing side. So as a species, if we continue to seek more and more pleasure, we will continue to thrill ourselves into anhedonia as so much of the population swings into this extreme opposite. I think it's pretty worrying that we could end up being completely unable to find pleasure in the simple things in life and instead rely on medications to bring us happiness. And I guess we must seek this kind of healthy balance. We must raise our awareness and become conscious of overstimulation and unhealthy pursuits of pleasure. You see, there isn't really a limit to the craving of pleasure. After a lovely breakfast, we soon feel hungry again for dinner, and after deep connection and sex with a lover, we soon crave their touch once again. You see, with pleasure, our needs seem to only temporarily be quenched before the thirst returns once again. And if we indulge without savoring and we rely on external pleasures found in a temporary world, we will be unsatisfied. The physical world is temporary by nature. It cannot provide us with lasting happiness. As Eckhart Tolle says, pleasure is derived from something outside of us, whereas joy arises from within. If we rely on pleasure for happiness, we will be disappointed and we will get addicted to the physical world. The transitory nature of pleasure often goes unrecognized, and we often look to the outside world for fulfillment, saying things like, make me happy, make me feel better. But the external world, it cannot give that to us. We need to lower our expectations of what the impermanent outer world can give us and instead seek happiness from within, embracing the moments of healthy pleasure along the way. If we find this happiness from within, then we are able to cultivate a healthy relationship with pleasure without losing ourselves in it, and instead being grateful for our hobbies and the scent of a flower or the taste of a strawberry or the touch of a lover. And we can love and appreciate these external pleasures that help us to be happy with our experience of life, that help us to be happy to be alive. So how do we find happiness from within? Well, that is largely what this channel is about. I talk a lot about finding this dimension within us, this dimension that is still and is pure and is far away from any addiction we might have to the outside world. It's found in the present moment through really mastering the mind and the emotional world, really realizing and connecting to a deeper sense of who you are, really embodying what you already are, and it's infinite. It's not impermanent, it's far from it. So thank you for watching this video. My name's Jasmine, and yeah, if you like this kind of content, please check out my other videos. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.